Hi team. So this is a little video that I wanted to do just to give you a really deep stretch. You can add it in at the end of any of your workouts, anything that you've done, or just coming from a run if you're still out there running, or you're doing something indoors and you then feel like you really need a deep stretch, then add it in. This is really to combat the front body concentrated action that we're just having all the time. It's just this complete roundness, this feeling of a curve all the time. The hips are in this curved position, the shoulders are in this curved position. Everything is forward. We're looking at devices all the time. We're sitting on the sofa more than we normally do. Everything is curved. So I just want you to feel like you're opening the front body in these stretches. So do make sure you're warm. Don't come to this cold. Please do it after you've already done something else so that you're already pretty warm, because I'm not going to do a warm-up. I'm going to go straight into a deep holding stretch. Okay, so let's start with the hip flexors. Very key, because these can get so tight, they can cause so many problems with your knee joints and with your back. So you really need to think about trying to open these on a regular basis. Yeah, that and this chest. But we'll start with the hips. And let's take the right leg forward, and then you can see that my back leg is on a real big slant. You may not be as flexible as me. It doesn't matter. It's my job. It doesn't matter. So please, if you're a bit more like this, fine, but I want you to see if you can move this front foot far enough forward that you can get at least a little bit of extension in the back. And then those of you who are pretty flexible, just walk that kneecap all the way back. See how my front knee is going to stay over my ankle the whole time. I'm not going to have that front knee going and this heel lifting, so it must be flat here. Then wiggle the foot out and give yourself some space. Some of you might be higher, some of you might be here. Stay here a little while, even if you know that you can go lower than this normally, you yogis. Yeah, stay here, give it time, and then you can really make a difference by doing one small movement. Watch, pick up, pull back, and lift forward. This is like a chest projection. So total antithesis to everything that you're normally doing. Engage the shoulder blades and slide them down your back. You'll feel that as soon as you do that, the hip flexor wakes up. Some of you are more flexible than me, so you find this quite easy, but so you really need to push forward, lengthen through and pull back. It makes such a difference, such a tiny move. I'm going to wiggle my foot out a little bit more just to give myself a bit more space. And when that foot is at the edge of the mat, you'll feel it deep into the groin, and we're going to wake that up too. So those of you who can go lower, now's the time. Now is the time. Go lower, stay higher. You choose your class. You might want to be down here. So the elbows touch the floor. You might find that you're leaning more onto one elbow and this elbow's a little bit off. That's okay. See if you can try and gently push more of that forearm down and dig into that elbow as well. Yeah. And then try the same thing as we did before. So see how my upper back is rounded? I'm going to try and do that. I might walk forward a bit. I'm going to try and do that. Again, now we've enhanced the inner thigh stretch. So we're just waking up the moves bit by bit. Don't forget to breathe. It's really, really hard to do deep breaths when you're in these positions, but try to. Fill your lungs. And now just let that foot, and it should feel nice to do that. You might still be up here, remember. Let that foot roll. So you can see the inside of your foot. You can see the sole of your foot. You can see your sole. Come down. And then just let it roll. I like to move a little bit. Oh, a song. I felt like a song there. I like to move. I like to move. Oh, let it open. Let it open. Give it a little bit of movement. And then find a point where you say, oh, that is just a sweet spot. A sweet spot for your hips. So there is an option here to put the elbow in and gently push that a little bit more if that feels good. I know you're like, this does not feel good. Okay, slowly. Foot, crawl back up, move back slightly, wiggle, 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 and then let your toes come up. So now we're going to hit right into the calf muscles in the back. Yep, so picking up the chest again, lengthening forward again. Some of you might be up here, even here. So you can feel like you're getting a nice, it's a bit more balance needed there. Straight back. Fingertips are good if you can. Come down. And I know some of you can do this, but I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you getting the maximum stretch when you do that? So I mean, I can do that, but I know that that feels different, watch, to that. Where I'm pulling my shoulders back, I'm lengthening the top of my head forward and my butt back in the opposite direction. That gives me a much deeper hamstring stretch than that does. As you get warmer, of course, as the seconds go by, you can feel like you can go deeper to your personal max. I'm not sat back all the way on my heel. I'm up a bit here. These are very, very simple stretches, but they're just exactly what you need right now. Good. Release it. Come out of it. Change sides. So the first thing we did was got used to this feeling, the knee over the ankle, the back leg extended long away, hands down on the floor, foot to the edge of the mat, and stay. Wake it up, feel it opening, hip flexor on this back leg. That's what we're really trying to do, is lengthen you out here and combat the sofa or the chair. Or some of you may be working at home and having to sit in front of a computer all day. I know you would do that at work, a lot of you anyway, but you get up more, you know, and you've got to get to work and you've got to get back, and here we're just getting up and you can just sit right down. You might be getting up to get yourself a coffee or a tea, that's about it. It's great to have these deep stretches. So then remember, this is the gate between the shoulders. Pull back. Oh, see, that feels so different. I've now engaged a deep inner thigh stretch into my front leg, and then I'm going to wiggle back a little bit more because I feel like I can, to get maximum hip flexor and quadricep, of course, this quadricep muscle. So let's turn that out slightly. Oh, sorry, no, we need to go down first, don't we? We didn't go down yet. Go down. Enjoy being down, unless you can't, and that's okay too. As long as you're feeling this projection, this lengthening. I was ahead of myself there. Morning, Mr. Fly. Flies eat me up in this garden. And then, if it's natural for you to let the hip open, the knee to open, do that. Remember that you can do exactly the same up here. You might use your elbow. You might play around with it a bit. Finding, oh, see there? Hello to the sweet spot. Oh, I'm going to stay right there. That obviously needs it. It really does. That'll be all the squats I've just done. Try and breathe deeply. Try and let your body feel heavy, so it just sinks. If you've ever done yin, it's the most amazing yoga. And it's all about just letting the body take you there rather than forcing yourself to go there. So try not to be tense here. It's really hard, but try not to. And then come back up onto your hands, wiggle into the middle, sit back a little bit to get there, lift the heel, the toes, sorry, drop the heel in, and then pull backwards, shoulders back. So there's always a tiny bit more you can do, just a little tilt back with the pelvis, pushing it backwards with the bottom and lengthening forwards and pulling my shoulders back. They're tiny, but the difference it makes on the hamstring is just massive. That's why yoga and Pilates are so wonderful, because you get this time to really feel exactly what's going on. I love all forms of exercise, all forms of movement. They've all got a part to play. But yoga and Pilates are so intelligent. They really are. You can feel rather than just see. You really feel what's going on in your own body, and you learn about your body. Okay, just lean out of it and come to child's pose. Open your knees. Sit down, stretch as far forward as you can, and let your shoulder, the armpits drop. So you're just getting that lovely opening underneath the arms. So hips, hip flexors and quads, we really work there, and let the hamstring go. I want to now do an exercise some of you have done with me a lot from yoga, where you really feel an opening in the chest muscles and the shoulders. So let me turn face you first of all. Take the right leg and pop it underneath so that it goes straight underneath, and let the right arm just drop in. So you might be here. It might be hard enough for you just to get that heel in. Work it away from the inner thigh. Don't have it close. Pull it out so you've got space. And then reach forward to me. Reach, reach. Come on, come on, come on. Wrap it around the back. Marichasana. So just doing that for some of you is, you're going to go, oh my gosh, my shoulders, my shoulders, my shoulders. Some of you might be better off getting to their watch. Pick it up. Finding the opening. Some of you might get right the way around and hold your own arm. And if you do, think about pulling back with this arm, pulling back, lifting up and expanding with the chest. I don't want this to be a forward fold for you. Forget about this hamstring. Forget about this. I want this to be a chest opener, a shoulder opener, an anterior delt stretch right the way through your arm, your chest, and here, can you feel this? Boom, right round the back. So even if you're here, you're still working this arm around the back as far as you can to open this pec. Yeah. Good. Release. Swap. Woo. Feel that? One of the best shoulder stretches you can get. So, see how mine are tight? Yeah. My lifestyle has definitely changed, even though I'm doing all these videos and I'm doing my own workouts. Still very different for me. I'm used to walking around a lot, training people, teaching. So yeah, the body closes in on you. The body just closes down. So really feel that you're pulling it open here, and then particularly with this other arm is where you're going to get that big stretch. Pull backs. It's brilliant exercise. You might want to think about projecting your chest upwards today. I know some of you are used to doing this, but if you're going to do that today, you're not going to get as much stretch. So just try and lift and come upwards and outwards with me. We're just using Marichasana in a little bit of a different way. So if your shoulders are feeling tight, you come back to this video and you do this with me. It makes you do it. I know you won't do it on your own. Some of you would. And then the last one is a big quadricep opener, front body opener. I find this hard. In fact, it's probably one of the hardest exercises for me. So the knee joints, you've got to be careful. If you've got a cushion, grab some cushions now. I'm sure you've got cushions at home, haven't you? Grab some cushions. And I'm going to do it without. I'm going to take my feet out and I'm going to sit myself down. For some of you, this is so easy. You're like, yeah, Natalie, I do this all the time. I do this all the time. But for me, it isn't. So for me, I immediately get pain on the inside of my knees. So I'm going to stay like this. I'm going to prop my hands behind me and I'm going to pull my chest open. So we get that second opening of the chest. Now, some of you might want to pop a cushion underneath. Pop the cushions underneath. Come as high as you need to do this. You want to make sure that your toes are turned back under, and if you possibly can, bring your knees together, but if it hurts too much, don't. This is not about hurting you, this is about stretching you. Really think about that. So find, again, your sweet spot. It should feel sweet-ish. Yep, and for me, it's there. For me, just to sit down, I get it enough. So the knee joints, been a bit battered in my life. So they are a bit old and they take time to warm up. So I just stay and breathe. And for those of you who I'm very jealous of, who are happy, go lie back, go on, show off, go on. No cushions, lie back all the way. Some of you might be able to get to elbows, yeah, so I can get to about here. Again, still think about projecting the chest open if you can. Even let your head go back, get a nice, again, another front body opening. Because we're spending our lives like this at the minute and this at the minute. So open the throat, lovely. That's nice. I'm going to go back there. The flies don't eat me. Wherever you were, well done. And maybe if you do this video a few times a week, you'll be able to counteract some of that contraction that we're getting in this front body, yeah, this anterior kinetic chain. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again.